So are we ready for the hype? So Jujutsu Kaisen has just premiered, and I've heard a lot of good things about the source material, the manga, but I have not checked it out, mainly because I kind of want to keep it, at least for now, an anime only, just because I heard so much good stuff about it. And so far, it has not disappointed. It was different, to say the least. There's certainly some inspirations that are easy to tell. In the intro, we have the one guy with the thing over his face. Looks like a Ken Kaneki. If I'm not mistaken, I think he even has white hair. Being in the occult club totally gave me vibes of that club that Mob's in Mob Psycho. I thought that was really neat. I even got some Noragami vibes with the way that the spirits were like being drawn and how they are going around and only certain people can see them. So I got some Origami vibes. Obviously, you have your Bleach inspiration there with the whole, hey, I'm Rukia and I can't get the job done, take my power. But in this case, this badass dude just got really fucked up and, other guy eats finger and gets power. So, as first impressions, I thought it was really good. Art animation was great. I mean, Studio Mappa, they've been knocking it out of the park so far, and I'm really hot to see what they do with Attack on Titan. All that being said, it was a pretty standard episode. I don't know nothing about the source material, so I can't do a side by side there. But it starts off with our main character loses his grandfather in the hospital. Then it goes on to show his friends, I'm assuming, even though he says he's only known them for a few months, wanting to undo this secret cursed item, which turns out to be a finger. So from my understanding, the way this works is you get a cursed item of some powerful demon or spirit or whatever, and use it as a way to scare off other demons and stuff until eventually its power wanes and it gets destroyed or eaten or whatever, and a stronger demon takes its place or something. Like they say, it acts as bait after a while and then gets consumed, I guess. And speaking of that, it also gave me vibes of that Hanako-kun Toilet Bound, I think that's how you say it, about the spirit in the bathroom that kind of is watching over the school and stuff. So I even got vibes of that. So it's really a nice little melting pot of a lot of it. It's kind of like Black Clover, where it's taking all these things from different series and making it into its own. And I think that is something we're going to see a lot more of in the coming years of manga in general, but especially shonen, since most of the big ones are, out the door. There's even stuff like that in My Hero with the whole Naruto Sasuke connection with Bakugo and Deku kind of thing. But I'm getting sidetracked. So we meet this guy. Sorry, I haven't memorized any of the names yet. But he finds out that our main character has the item. Takes it from him. Turns out that the people at the occult club took it. So they have to run there. Time they get there, shit's already hit the fan. This demon is coming after everybody, or not everybody, but the two people. So he goes in and tries to help them. And he has this really cool ability where he can summon these demon wolf dogs or whatever. Wolf dogs. They're the same damn thing. They're both dogs. I thought that was really cool. Pretty neat power. After he subdues that spirit, or did he? I don't think he did. I think the other guy came in and eventually finished up. Sorry, my recollection is a little blurry. Either way, a bigger demon eventually comes in, whoops his ass. So our main character comes in, to save his two friends, and then winds up eating the cursed item, the finger, and becomes a super awesome badass. Even some Parasite vibes with like the eyes and stuff coming out of the side of his face and stuff. Really reminded me of old what's his name from Parasite, the main villain who had this really muscular human form all the time. It just gave me vibes of that. And then he tries to go all crazy. It's like, oh my god, this is a wonderful time to be alive with all these little girls and shit walking around and stuff. And then, our character comes back. He's like, what you doing on my body, bro? Get that back to me. So I thought that was really cool. Very reminiscent of Ichigo's Hollow vibes, where they're constantly fighting for control. I don't know if that's going to play a bigger role to come. Also Kurama, Naruto. I mean, both of those seem like inspirations to me. We'll see. But I thought that's going to be really cool. And it leads back to where we saw, I think people call this dude Gojo, the dude like the bands around, like the cloth around his eyes and stuff, telling our main character that he was going to be executed at the very beginning of the episode. So we're going to see how that turns out. But I mean, so far though, I'm pretty excited for it. It looks really good. The studio behind it's good. Got no problems there. The art animation looks great. The concept, like I said, it's like a melting pot of all these different awesome stories. I mean, even some Yu Yu Hakusho in there, the people that are going around exterminating these demons. And the author has been on record saying I think it's a she, I could be wrong, but is really inspired by Togashi, so that's pretty evident. I think it's pretty good. I think it's personally it's gonna scratch that itch for Demon Slayer fans and Bleach fans alike. Something mainstream-esque that's going to tackle the supernatural and dark elements that we don't see very often out of shonen anymore. At least until Shaman King and Bleach make their return, and the obvious continuation of Demon Slayer. But for now, I think it's coming out at the perfect time because Chainsaw Man hasn't dropped yet. Demon Slayer movie's still a little ways off. Well, not for Japan, but for us it is. And, Bleach and Shaman King aren't until next year or maybe the year after that. So I think this is a good time for a dark, gritty shonen to really take the spotlight, especially with Attack on Titan ending. I expect this to be pretty big. Probably not to the level of a Demon Slayer, and then not to a Bleach, because when Bleach comes back, everything else is a wrap, in my opinion. But, until then, I think it's going to have time to really build a solid fan base, and I think we're going to see a big one here. It might even push Black Clover out of the way, in my opinion. I mean, I personally really like Black Clover, and I know the anime is really successful, but I could see it pushing that out of the way in terms of being the dark, gritty mainstay. But let me know what you think about it. Did you get to watch the episode? What are your opinions on it? You think it's going to be a next big hit? I know some people are already throwing it out there as a top contender. I'm not ready to go that far yet. But if the first episode is any indication, I think it is a possibility.